No one knew how he got there. He wasn't a survivalist, not a historian, just a regular guy, living in the 21st century, until one day, he woke up, not in his bed, not even in his apartment, but on a pile of straw, in a rotting, smoky hut, his clothes full of lice, his mouth dry with ash. Welcome to the 14th century. Welcome to Europe, 1347. The dirtiest, hungriest, and most brutal era in human history. And no one was going to explain the rules. He stepped outside, barefoot, wearing some kind of filthy linen shirt. He tried to speak. Modern English. Bad move. A man nearby punched him in the face. Hard. The locals were speaking something else, a rough mix of coughs and threats. He couldn't understand a word. They couldn't understand him, and that made him dangerous. And here, strangers aren't welcome at all. He was starving. The air smelled like manure, rot, and something dead. The local market was hell on earth. Flies, rotten meat, people screaming. He tried to offer help in exchange for bread. They laughed. One kicked him. Hard. Bread was worth more than life. So he stole a piece. He got chased. He dove into a cesspit. Yes, a literal pit of human waste. Neck deep. He survived, but left his dignity behind. On the third day, he woke up with a fever, his throat swollen, his body in pain. The woman who shared the hut with him, dead, in her sleep. No one even blinked. They dragged her body outside. A stray dog gnawed on her hand. He realized this wasn't just a hard time, this was a plague. People collapsed in the street. Some screamed they were possessed. Others just stopped breathing. And no one helped. If you got sick, you were dead. Prayer was the only medicine, and it didn't work. Then came the taxman, the local baron's collector. The people snapped. Someone shouted, "Enough!" and stabbed him. Right there. The village exploded. Fire, screaming, pitchforks. He got caught in the chaos, dragged into a pit with other suspicious ones. 12 people were hanged the next morning. He survived only because he pretended to be mute and broke his own finger to make it look real. His stomach ached with hunger, but fear was stronger. He ended up working for the butcher, not by choice. The butcher pulled him from the pit and said, "You're mine now." He cleaned guts, skinned animals, bathed in blood. One day, he cut his finger. Just a small cut. Next day, fever, swelling. He thought he'd die. He didn't. After that, he boiled all his water, started drinking his own weird teas. Locals looked at him like a witch. A monk said his eyes were demonic. People began spitting when he passed. Days passed, maybe weeks. He stopped sleeping. He stopped talking. He didn't live anymore. He survived. One day, a traveling healer passed through. He attacked him, stole his knife and cloak, became a herbalist. Villagers either believed him or feared him. A man gave him a chicken in exchange for a potion for headaches. It was just boiled leaves and piss. He learned the truth. If you're convincing, you can survive anywhere. It was the 8th day, or maybe the 9th. He was losing count. He just wanted to trade some junk for a handful of grain. But there was a crowd in the square. A wooden platform, 3 wooden posts, 3 prisoners, a man with empty eyes, a woman, and a teenage boy. They were charged with witchcraft. The woman made herbal tea. The boy mocked a monk. The man, he was just their neighbor. The crowd wanted blood. Kids laughed. Vendors sold meat pies. He wanted to leave, but couldn't look away. The executioner appeared, bent back, leather hood. First, the boy. They pulled out his nails, tied him up, slashed his back. He screamed. His mother screamed louder. Then the woman, they poured hot fat on her, dragged her to the rope. She didn't pray. She stared at the crowd, at him. He looked away, like a coward. When he looked back, she was swinging. Eyes open, mouth too. The man was burned alive for staying silent. Dry straw lit up in seconds. The stench of roasted flesh filled the air. And that scream, it wasn't even human. The crowd cheered. Children clapped. Someone threw a bone into the fire. He vomited in a ditch. But an hour later, he was back at the blacksmith shop, working, like nothing happened. One night, he collapsed in a cave, too tired to run, too tired to care. He closed his eyes. When he opened them, he was back in bed. Modern apartment, phone charging, everything normal, except for one thing. That smell, rot, still on his hands, a cut on his wrist, festering, and in his head, not thoughts, but screams. He woke up, but he didn't leave. Not really.
Subscribe to me so you don't miss out on new stories.